we've got some massive news that's got the college football world buzzing. Panthers legend and Auburn icon Cam Newton is finally getting his number 2 jersey retired by the Tigers. That's right, on October 11, 2025, during their rivalry showdown against Georgia at Jordan-Hare Stadium, Auburn will honor one of the greatest to ever lace them up. Let's dive into this. We're talking Cam's epic college career, his insane stats, what this means for Auburn, and yeah, I'm going to tackle the big question. Is Cam Newton the greatest college football player of all time? Buckle up, let's get into it. First off, let's praise the man who turned Auburn into a powerhouse overnight. Cam Newton's college journey was straight out of a movie. He started at Florida as a backup to Tim Tebow, had some ups and downs, transferred to Blinn College where he won a junior college national title, and then exploded onto the scene at Auburn in 2010. That season, pure magic. Cam wasn't just a quarterback. He was a one-man wrecking crew, a dual-threat Superman who could beat you with his arm, his legs, and his sheer will to win. He led the Tigers to a perfect 14-0 record, including that unforgettable comeback in the Iron Bowl against Alabama down 24-0, and Cam orchestrated a 28-27 victory that still gives Bama fans nightmares. Then he capped it off with a BCS National Championship win over Oregon, bringing Auburn their first title since 1957. The guy was electric, charismatic, and clutch. He embodied everything we love about college football. Heisman Trophy? Check. Consensus All-American? Check. SEC. Offensive Player of the Year? You know it, Cam didn't just play. He dominated and inspired a generation of athletes to be bold and unapologetic. Now let's talk numbers because Cam's stats from that 2010 Auburn season are video game level. He threw for 2,854 yards with 30 touchdown passes and only 7 interceptions, completing about 66% of his throws. But what set him apart was his ground game. He rushed for 1,473 yards and 20 touchdowns, averaging over 5 yards per carry. Add in 1 receiving TD for good measure, and you're looking at a total of 51 touchdowns in a single season. That's more than some entire teams put up. He accounted for over 4,300 yards of total offense, breaking SEC records left and right, including most points scored in a season with 126. And get this, in the national title game alone, he threw for 265 yards and 2 TDs while rushing for 64 yards. The dude was unstoppable, blending precision passing with bruising runs that left defenders in the dust. If you're a stats nerd like me, head over to sports-reference.com or NCAA records, it's all there, and it's legendary. So what does this jersey retirement mean for Auburn? It's huge, Avengers. Cam becomes just the 4th player in program history to have his number hung up in the rafters, joining Auburn legends like Bo Jackson, number 34, Pat Sullivan, number 7, and Terry Beasley, number 88. This isn't just about nostalgia. It's a statement that Auburn values its history and the players who put the program on the map. In a time when college football is all about nil deals and transfers, retiring Cam's jersey reminds everyone of the glory days, that undefeated season, the national title, the Heisman magic. It boosts recruiting, fires up the fan base, and gives current Tigers something to aspire to. Coach Hugh Freeze called it only fitting, and he's spot on. For a program that's had its share of highs and lows, honoring Cam is like injecting pure adrenaline into the veins of War Eagle Nation. It's a celebration of excellence and a nod to how one player can change everything. All right, the million-dollar question, is Cam Newton the greatest college football player ever? Look, this is subjective, and it's going to spark debates in the comments, which I love, so drop your takes below. In my book, Cam's 2010 season is hands down one of the top single-season performances in history. No one's ever dominated like that as a dual-threat QB in the SEC. Carrying a team to perfection against brutal competition, he won every major award, broke records, and did it with style. The Superman celebrations, the confidence, the flair. But greatest ever, he's absolutely in the GOAT conversation, right up there with guys like Tim Tebow, who won 2 titles and a Heisman at Florida, or Vince Young, who led Texas to a title with that epic Rose Bowl run. Then there's Lamar Jackson's video game numbers at Louisville, or even old school legends like Barry Sanders. What tips it for Cam is the impact. He turned Auburn from good to unbeatable in 1 year, won the Heisman by a landslide, and influenced how QBs play today. Is he number 1? I'd say yes for the modern era, but overall, he's top 3 for sure. Who's your pick? Tebow? Cam? Someone else? Let me know. That's a wrap on this Cam Newton celebration, Avengers. Hit that like button if you're hyped for the jersey retirement, subscribe for more breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. War Eagle to all the Auburn fans out there, keep pounding. Peace out.